To reform America's healthcare system, Obamacare was passed 12 years ago. Apart from great objectives, like reducing uncountable healthcare costs, it has always been the talk of the town due to its controversial effects. As this act reformed several times, many even doubt its action in the present. Does that mean Obamacare is not still alive? The idea of a reformed healthcare system is not a new objective at all. Before Obamacare, a Democrat named Franklin D. Roosevelt included a publicly funded healthcare program in 1933, but it was eliminated from the final legislation because of less support. After the Great Depression, the scenario continued to change in America, where proposals like universal healthcare were introduced in 1949, and due to Social Security Act in 1965, Medicare and Medicaid emerged to solve the American healthcare cost a little bit. But as the same size of shoes doesn't fit all, so limited coverage of these public programs is not enough to minimize the Americans' healthcare issues. Back then, 1 in 6 Americans were found to be living with no insurance. Even due to high medical costs, in 2000, around 500,000 Americans filed for bankruptcy protection. Moreover, on a fine day of March 2010, former President Barack Obama enacted the Affordable Care Act, ACA, which has gained popularity among general people as Obamacare. Like we previously said, through public program limited coverage, most American citizens face difficulty choosing a better insurance plan for themselves. So, since Obamacare, it was hoped that this uncertainty would end soon as having health insurance was mandatory for every American. In fact, according to this primary Affordable Care Act, individuals have to pay tax penalties if they refuse to buy any insurance plan. In addition, citizens will get assistance from the government if they cannot afford their healthcare plan. Besides that, medical services like preventative, pregnancy, childbirth, laboratory, even mental health services are also included in the Obamacare coverage. The implementation of this great law is also found to be successful when it was noted that by 2016, due to this Obamacare Act, around 20 million people who were previously uninsured had acquired some sort of health care. However, when Obamacare already gained so much praise for its effects, then, at that moment in some people's hearts, it had some negative image too. Remember about the tax penalties that people have to pay for refusal of buying insurance? Apart from this tax, several new taxes like medical device and pharmaceutical sales were passed into law to help pay for Obamacare, which seemed to be increased for those who had high incomes. Besides that, as Obamacare urges the insurance company for a higher coverage range, many people had to give higher premiums cost who already had health insurance. Even more unfortunate fact is that many employees' working hours were cut down by companies so that they can avoid paying for insurance for them. Moreover, who else didn't remember CNBC reports? After the implementation of this Affordable Care Act, historical cases of bankruptcy filings were seen. And yes, the reason is none other than the high cost of American healthcare, where 66.5% of all bankruptcies took place because of high medical costs for care or time out of work. All these cases supported the harsh fact that the affordable healthcare has not improved things in Americans' lives, which again raises so many controversies among people and caused Obamacare to be reformed many times. Apart from abolishing modest individual fines from 2019, changes like Cadillac tax, employer mandate delays, or extensions of grandmothered health plans and Supreme Court ruling on Medicaid expansion were noticed. However, after all of these changes, there is little hope again shining in America's hearts when President Biden states about the news of 14.5 million Americans signing up for health insurance under this Affordable Care Act. And the reason behind this historical record is none other than the American Rescue Plan, which actually made 3.7 million more people eligible for the ACA's premium subsidies. Even in Vox's interview, Larry Levitt, the executive vice president at the Kaiser Family Foundation, said that they're very much hope for this recent ACA effect, as this act actually fulfills all its objectives, which has been thought of from the very start. But there is also bad news for Americans too, as these current subsidies are going to expire by this year, December 31st. So, if Congress does not approve any favorable bills, such as President Biden's Build Back Better plan, then previous issues like the higher premiums can be generated anytime soon.
Joe Biden, we did this together. We always talked about how if we could get the principle of universal coverage established, we could then build on it. And I just want to say how proud I am of what you've done now with the American Rescue Plan.
When we open up the enrollment period again and reduce the cost, 1.2 million people signed up on top of the 30 million. And look how many times they tried to defeat your legislation.
The ACA, later known as Obamacare, which I take pride in.
And I keep reminding people.
However, the Biden administration said they would extend that Obamacare enrollment period until August 15th. This is all about the administration side. Therefore, the promising story is also noticed on the health insurance company's side too, where Cigna is planning to double their markets to sell ACA plans more, and the nation's largest insurer, United Health, is also considering ACA markets for its potential. That means either administration or private health insurance on both sides, there is a positive vibe regarding ACA. Right now, all Americans' eyes stick to Congress's movement. Let's see whether this long-cherished Obamacare continues to sail Americans hard, or the fate of this act is going to be shattered forever.
Thanks for watching our video. For more healthy experiences, subscribe to our channel and keep yourself updated by pressing the bell icon.